To this day.
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 Fight fans, fight fans, fight fans. This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Malik Scott. Get this, Malik Scott once again drastically changes his Fury Usyk prediction after the Ngannou fight. And this is what he recently said. Again, my pick was always Usyk until I seen Usyk and Dubois fight. It went from 70-30 for Fury after that fight. But looking at Usyk last night, man, I don't even know if he could keep up with Usyk's feet. I don't even know if he could keep up with his look, with his feints. My prediction was Fury wouldn't even allow Francis to get into position to punch him that hard. But this vulnerable Fury gives anybody a chance to get at him. This vulnerable, extra heavy Fury, he can't get out of the way how he used to. Anybody that got some know-how, they got a hell of a chance of beating him. God forbid they can punch really hard. If I was a betting man, I would bet on Usyk to win that fight after that performance last night. Usyk is a smaller man, and I believe that he would handle Francis a lot better than Fury did. Now, that's a couple videos all over the place, but let's talk about him changing his mind again. Now, the good thing about Malik Scott, he has a boxing brain. So he wasn't just saying that just to say it. Like, hey, I changed my mind. No, he changed his mind with an explanation. And let's talk about the explanation for a second. Okay, the footwork of Usyk versus Tyson Fury. The rumor was Tyson Fury's legs are gone. You know, I've heard that from various YouTubers and boxing analysts and ex-fighters and stuff like that that claim that, you know, there's a reason he went with Javen Sugar Hill simply because he couldn't afford, based on his body or the inability to move around like that. That's why he got with Crunk. And based on that with Francis, though, it's a different type fight. I think, and I've always thought that Usyk outpoints him. I don't see Usyk stopping Tyson Fury. But if he stopped Tyson Fury, that means he's done something that nobody, including Francis Ngannou, couldn't do, including Deontay Wilder couldn't do, almost did but couldn't do. You know what I mean? So yeah, that would be extraordinary. And then you could be considering like, okay, well, hey, is he then better than Terrence Crawford? Because Terrence Crawford did to Errol Spence, a guy that was undefeated as well, with no draws, like Fury, but was able to take him out. So then you could have an argument of who's best pound for pound, and then Usyk would be either side by side or ahead or right behind, biting on the heels of Terrence Crawford. Okay, so, but yeah, the feints, and he's like, and he's vulnerable. And I think what it is, I think the size of Francis bothered him. And look, let me tell you guys something. He is not 6'9". He might have been once upon a time 6'9". Wear and tear on your body, your space between your vertebrae, your joints, your hips, your bones, all of that stuff matters because overall it shimmies down and you chisel down. He's not 6'9" no more. If he was, he ain't now. Okay, so Francis Ngannou was looking at him eye to eye. Those dudes were looking at each other eye to fucking eye, not him looking up here. You know what I mean? He was down here. So no, I don't buy that either. So let's stop that. Now with Malik Scott, it's like, but in another sense, I'm like, Malik, make up your mind. Make your mind up. Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna stick with this guy? You're gonna stick with this guy. But his explanation is warranted. It really is, because like you seen. Even in Usyk's not where he was. I wasn't really just over the moon impressed with him and his performance against Daniel Dubois either. So we have to consider that, okay? And I'm picking Usyk. There is nothing that Tyson Fury can show me that will make me not want to pick Usyk, because see, he hasn't fought Usyk. I don't care if he fought Anthony Joshua and beat him. I don't care if he fought Joe Joyce and beat him. I don't care if he did do what everybody thought he was going to do against Francis Ngannou. I don't care about any other performance besides the two fighters that we are talking about. That's how you do it. You know what I mean? How will Tyson Fury line up with Alexander Usyk? How would that be? That's what we ask ourselves. Not the other shit, but he beat so-and-so. It doesn't matter. So-and-so is not Alexander Usyk. You know, so I think that Malik Scott, he had for good reason, you know, to keep up with him. But, you know, I think he knew, and he should know, having the boxing brain that he has, he should know that Tyson Fury wouldn't be able to keep up with Alexander Usyk anyway, especially the feints and shit. And Tyson has his own feints, but his feints are they're more predictable than Usyk's. Usyk is like playing Jin on like the new Jin on Tekken. You know, the guy that fighting, he's a real jittery, and you know what I mean? You're like, okay, what the hell am I gonna do? What am I dealing with really? What am I really dealing with? So, like, you know, that's Usyk. Usyk's he moves, his head's all side to side. He's going to be a problem, and he's in your face all night long. He ain't going to gas out on you. He's not going to be like, oh, I'm winded, now you can get the better of me, and to give you rounds or give that other fighter rounds or opportunity. He's not going to do that. And if anything, in the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, he comes on stronger. So if you do turn it up like AJ did with him, this motherfucker is going to show you something else. He's going to up the ante. He's going to go to 5th to 6th. And if you go to 6, he's going to go to 7. You go to 7, he's going to go to 8. That's his mentality. He ain't going to get tired. He's going to make the other guy get tired. That's Usyk's mentality. Then he's going to outwork you. And then he's going to be in the dressing room, you know, I am feed, Daddy feed, and have all these damn belts. Yeah, that's Usyk. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Malik Scott once again changing his mind on who he feels that will win out of Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.